And this is a quick tutorial, basically. This is a tutorial by Rico. But yeah, anyway, when you open up the box, let's open up a new one again. So you go to your editor, your Unreal editor, yeah, you know, or your Unreal ED. You double click on it. And this is the first thing that's going to come up. First of all, you don't need this box, so you press the X button on this box. You don't need that box whatsoever, you know. Right, the first thing you're going to do is you need to do your first room. At the moment, there is this blank canvases here, you know. By holding onto the left mouse button, you can move and turn, go forward and backwards by going forward and back with your mouse. You can turn left and right as well, you know. The eye shows you where you're looking at, you know. The eye is the middle. That is basically the middle of the entire grid, that particular eye, you know. There's another eye, you know, where you'd be moving around and stuff. Basically, there's like a joystick pad here on every single grid, on every single screen. I click every single one of them because what you do on one screen will change on all the screens, so you can see them moving and changing all at the same time. So you don't have to click onto a screen and then that will change to what you've just done. It automatically changes in rhythm. So I advise we select all those. And another thing, this one here, this top one here, this box, that's dynamic light. So that's when I add light into it. That's light, you know, what it looks like in the real game with light. This one here is this box here at the bottom, texture. That's just what I've made. That's got no light to it or nothing, no shadow, nothing. That's just basically texture. Basically what I've made, you know, so I can see what I've made. And of course you've got the grids. You've got the top and you've got the front. And this one here you can change to the side if I want to look at the side picture. And that's what it look like from the side picture, you know, basically. But yeah, selecting our first room. We go to the square, the kind of like square box in the corner, you know, kind of thing. You can see. We go to square box, it says cube here. So we click on the cube. And then smack bang in the middle of the grid, yeah, you know, there becomes a cube. Basically, yeah, you know. So there is our cube right there. And when you go to the middle, you can see on all the screens that there's our cube there, you know. So yeah, you know, you can see our cube. This one here is on top of the screen, what it looks like on top. This looks like on the side. Right, this is our cube so far, yeah, you know. If you wanted to, you can right click on the cube and you can put in exactly what height you want, what width you want, what breadth you want, thickness of walls. You can even change the group name, hollow, and I'm not too sure what that one is, to be honest, you know. I don't actually use that, you know, but yeah, that thickness of walls is normally 16, you know. You can raise up that thickness, you know. If I don't know, say for instance, if you wanted to make a door, you know, or something like that, the thickness of walls, you know, basically. But I'm sticking it to 16 for now, yeah, you know. But if another way, if you wanted this cube bigger and it wasn't big enough, another way that I always do, I don't ever use those numbers, yeah. What I always do, yeah, you know, I click this one here, this one here, yeah, you know, this particular picture. This picture says brush scaling. Now to use this brush scaling, you must hold onto control. Only hold onto control when you're about to raise the size. Basically, that's the only time you hold onto control. Otherwise, you raise to a size on accident by moving the mouse and clicking it, you know. But to adjust the size, you must hold onto the control button. And at first, yeah, you can click the left mouse button, you know, and that would stretch it one way, you know. And you press the other mouse button as well. That'll stretch it the other way, you know. So you've got left mouse button, Then you've got right mouse button, you know? And to move that like that, you slide the mouse left and right, you know? That's it, left and right. Now to raise any other, you press both mouse buttons at the same time and hold them down. Then you slide up and down, and that would adjust how tall it is, you know? So yeah, so say that tall, and let's have the thickness a little bit wide there and a little bit wide there, until almost like a square, you know, basically. So yeah, so it's like almost like a rectangular shape, but obviously, yeah, that's yeah, because I'm holding on to control button. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, perfect. That's the thing. Yeah, when you hold on to the control button, it goes bigger and stuff, you know. So yeah, right. That's that room. You make sure the box is selected. Yeah, you know. It doesn't matter what screen you use. Yeah, you know. It just means that is down. That's light, and this one here is building. So I'll tell you what. I'm gonna use this one here, because this one is just for literally building, and that one's for light. So here we go. Now there we got all these images here, yeah, you know. Now if you're making a door and you've done a 2D image, and you've made a 2D image, yeah, you know, and the red box is around the 2D image, and you're ready to print this 2D image, you would press after, when you've made a template, you would press intersect, you know, to claim that image, and then you can move that image into a mover. Basically, yeah, you know. So we're not going to use that one. The top two is the two that I use. This one here, add, means it adds on the outside of the cube. That means there will be no room inside. There'll be nothing inside. You know, it'll be just an empty solid cube. This one here, subtract. It puts walls on the inside, so it builds a room. You know? Now the only way you can't use this is when you're trying to build a room around the outside of a room that you've already built. You can't do that, you know? The only thing you can do is build a room, you know? Then if I wanted to, and I really wanted to, you know? Like you can obviously change the colour, yeah, you can select on a wall. Go to textures here, you know, and of course you can just go, I don't know, file, open, let's open up, I don't know, BR Village, or let's go with castle, shall we? Let's type in castle, see what castle comes up. Here we go. Castle 1. Let's open that up, see what we got. Here we go, you know, not much in that one. But the one that I do like to use a lot, you know, is called UTT. And it's Tech 1, you know, I do love that one as well, you know, a lot. So if I were to go down to walls, and you've got all these wild, kind of like really modern kind of walls here, you know. I do love this package. This package is a lovely, lovely package here, you know. But then you just select all the side walls here, you know, and then you just paint it in the same. And as you do that, make sure all your walls are selected, and make sure you right click the mouse, go down to align selected, and go align wall direction, you know. So you make sure all of them are within line and within line with the walls, you know. If your walls change on the outside, if you're building something, then these would change if you align with wall, you know, but majority of the times it works. If these are not aligned together, but they're aligned with the walls. Say for instance one is out of place, you can select on one, right click, go to surface properties, and make sure you go to alignment. And alignment changes the rotation and panning. It makes the picture slide left and right, or up and down, you know, like different degrees, you know, different like speeds basically, each one, you know. But yeah, that's how you kind of move it, you know, basically. this part here, yeah, you know. I could probably show you a quick little thing, yeah, you know, like the U, like, you know, depending on what way around this picture is, yeah, you know, like, so the U goes left and right, yeah, you know. Sometimes the U goes up and down, but it depends on what angle the picture has been pasted up on. So you can spin the angle, and then the U would change. It would look like it's changing, you know. But you can move it sideways, like that. You know, you can move it up as well. So, oh no, it's not quite in line, so you can just move this one, you know. You can, number 16 goes faster, you can tell. Number 64 goes really fast, you know. Like, so when you come up to like almost in alignment, I go down to number 1, and I really get it in absolute perfect, and I make sure, you know, I zoom in, I make sure it's absolute perfect in line. And when it's in line, I stop here, you know, it's like, yeah, perfect, you know. That's how you do the alignment, yeah, you know, basically, yeah, you know. Right, let's whack up a floor, shall we? Right, let's go to floors, you know. Now you don't have to use this specific stuff here, you know. Now you don't have to use a floor for the floor and the ceiling for the ceiling, yeah, you know. But I'm just laying it to you straight, yeah, you know, like it's basic, you know. If I wanted to, I could have this wall as the floor, and I could have this as the wall. If I wanted to, yeah, to mix it up, you can do whatever you want, yeah, you know. It's your map, yeah, you know. You can make anything come alive, kind of thing. And like, let's go to ceilings here, you know. Like, here we go. There's the ceilings here, yeah, you know. Let's whack up something like that, yeah, you know. And again, like you always do, you select. If you wanted to select more than one object, you hold on to Control. Then you press the left mouse button on another object, and it selects them both. Then you press the right mouse button and align with floor here, you know. So yeah, aligning with floor, you know. What you can also do is select loads of them like this, you know, and on other objects it says duplicate, so you can duplicate 2, and you can select more and duplicate more, or you can go to the settings button and you can change the settings, you know. Other objects would come up with a list of settings and stuff here, you know, eventually, you know. But walls and stuff don't come up with a list. You can't duplicate walls or nothing, yeah, you know, whatsoever. So that's that box done at the moment, yeah, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom into this box now, you know, the box that we have made. I'm going to go to the scaling texture, scaling brush, hold on to Control, and I'm going to scale this box smaller, you know, basically a tiny bit smaller like that, and make sure in this picture is exactly the same as well, yeah, you know. Make sure all angles of this picture or of this box is more or less in the middle, yeah, you know. Let's go on the top view. On the top view, that's what it looks like. Yeah, that looks like in the middle. That's nice, right? Now, you don't put subtract, you know, you put add, because before you can make a second room inside the box, you need to put add first. So there's walls, so there's some solid kind of walls to it, you know, basically that's what you've got to do. So I'm going to add like that. There you go. You've added another room inside this box. At the moment, this room has got nowhere to go. You know, this is an empty room. You know, this is a solid box. That's it. Before we can make a room, we need to do the scaling part again. Hold on to Control and make it smaller. But can you see how the box is blue now in this one? You know, that defines what is a solid wall. You know, that is a solid wall basically. In that blue line. The brown line is a subtracted wall, so it's an inside wall basically, you know. It's not like it's not solid wall, but it's an inside wall that keeps you in, you know. This blue one is an actually solid brick wall, you know, so it's solid, you know, basically. And it is good. It's nice to use solid brick walls here, you know. If I made all my maps solid brick walls, you know, then you would have less glitches and stuff, you know. You know, basically that's what a lot of maps don't use, solid brick walls, yeah, you know, only for specific stuff. But anyway, go back to scaling again. I'm going to scale this until this is inside the box, you know, so till this is actually inside the blue box. Here we go. Right. You don't want these walls too thick, not really, you know. Let's have it like that, and let's make this a bit more wider. You don't want it too thick, the walls. There we go. That looks good. Right, yeah, that looks good. Now when it looks good like that, you know, this time you press subtract, you know. So when I press subtract, I have made a room with another room inside. See that? Another room inside. There you go. So I've got a room with another room inside, and that is how you build rooms with rooms inside. You know. Now with the light process, you won't be able to see it. So this thing here is always here. You know. You don't need to go to actors and select a light. You know. The light is always here. It's a basic light. You know. That's it. You select the light till it goes green. You right click on the light and you go to light properties. Then straight to light color. And the brightness, you want the brightness all the way up, so you can see what it looks like with all the full brightness up. And if it's too bright, then you can dim it. I always change the brightness, then the radius. On lighting, I change the light radius to maximum as well, you know. And then I compare how bright the light is in the room, and then I lower it if I want to, or I change the color or anything else. So I press the X on there. Now to raise this light, you hold on to Control and press both mouse buttons, and you push upwards, and it will slide up. And then on your side view, which is over here, you know, you can kind of see that light going up and down here, you know, on this side view here. You know, if I zoom in, you know, you'll be able to see that this light bulb here, you know, when you hold on to Control and left and right mouse button, and you go forward and back with your mouse, it slides up and down with the torch. See that? Up and down. So you put it where it's about in the middle. You select the walls to select it off, and now on this picture here, you're gonna press that button there. Does the light thing, you know? So that means light bulb over object here, you know, and it builds. Make sure everything's running alright. There's your first light bulb, you know. Now if I wanted another light bulb in the other room that I can't see, which is too dark, then all I've got to do is select the light bulb. I would duplicate the light bulb, and then in this one down here on top, I would slide this light bulb with Control and the left mouse button. I'd slide it over, you know, to the outside wall, you know, basically. So there is light there. Then I would select this one. Duplicate again. I'd select this one to go over to the other wall. Because you need like 4 corners, yeah, you know, basically. Then the same again on the other side, basically, yeah. So you know what I'm going to do now, you know. On the other side, I'm going to set that one to go over there. And one more time, duplicate, you know. And select this one to go down there, basically. Yeah. Right. Now let's have a look. Right. On the light bit. Here it is. Here's the light bit here. Here we go. Right. So now we've got all the walls, yeah, you know. Got a tiny bit of shadow, not much of a shadow on the bottom, you know. But I'm not sure if that's exactly what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put build, yeah, you know, here. So here we go, that's what it looks like. A bit of shadow on top, a bit of shadow on the bottom, but most you can see around the outsides, yeah, you know, so yeah. But if this room with the red stripes on it was bigger, then you would be able to see more under. You would be able to see more under that box, because the room would be bigger and the light would be able to spread more, you know, but yeah. What you could do, you could put another light there and another light elsewhere if you wanted to. If you really wanted to, you could just select another light, go duplicate, put one up the top, say one up there, and duplicate this one, and put another one down there, you know, basically, and then press build again, you know, and then basically, yeah, wait a minute, yeah, I need to put this one in the middle, so here we go, let's move this one in the middle, it's about there, yeah, so yeah, about there, perfect, and the one on the bottom as well, there we go, which is this one here, put this one in the middle as well, you know, so see how far in the middle that one's gone, yeah, perfect. Let's press build again, so if you wanted more light, you know, there you go, there's more light on the bottom now, and there's more light on the top, basically, perfect, you know, there you go, so it's more, so the whole room is more or less kind of lit up, basically, a lot, you know. That's basically how you build the first things at the moment, you know, like the first room and stuff, you know. But yeah, and like I don't know, if you wanted pictures on the wall, you know, you select this sheet. You know, it's called sheet. So you select the sheet, yeah, you know, basically. If you want, this said if you wanted a picture on the wall, you know. Now on this box down here on top of the box here, you know, you want to select this icon that says brush rotation. It's a square cube with black arrows going around it. You select it. You make sure the red line is selected, yeah, you know. Now you hold on to Control, and now I'm gonna press the left mouse button, you know. And watch, left mouse button flips it, you know, till it goes dead straight, you know, basically, and you just let go. That's it. Now you press your normal camera, your camera movement. Now you can move inside to see what you've done. Yeah, there you go. It's a dead straight line so far. Now I'm going to set to my scaling. I'm going to scale this because I don't want the picture that big, you know. So I'm going to scale this a bit smaller, basically, you know. So here we go. Scale that, and yeah, here we go. That's just me using the Control and left and mouse buttons and sliding left and right, you know, basically. But yeah. So let's have a small picture. Like that, yeah, that'll do, that's nice. And now, with this small picture, you make sure you don't want it totally lined up with the wall, you know. You want this picture a bit of space away from the wall, because if it's inside the wall, then it's not going to show, you know, basically. But yeah. Right, so with this picture now, I'm going to slide this picture over to the wall, so you can see that brown line, you know, is going to be the wall, you know, that is the inside wall, basically. So here we go, that brown line is the inside wall, so I'm going to change the grid to 1, so it's even smaller, you know, so I can move it real close to the wall, with it being 1, so I can move it like to there, you know, so it's just like just millimeters away from the wall. Now I'm going to face that picture, you know, basically. Select the picture. Now I'm going to go up to see what picture I want, you know. So let's go to File, Open. I'm going to go to like a Shane Church. Here we go. Open Shane Church. Here we go. So we've got pictures of church pictures and stuff, you know, so here we go. Let's have like, I don't know, let's set something like that. I'm going to select that, basically, you know. Now I'm going to press the add. That means add on the outside, because you can't add on the inside. It's not a cube, it's just a flat piece of paper. So you're going to add on the outside, so you press add. Now you can tell this picture is sideways. So I'm going to go up here where it says surface properties, or I can right click on it and go to surface properties. You know? Now I'm going to flip it 90 degrees. So yeah, here we go, 90 degrees, I'm going to flip it. 90 degrees, right, that looks like the right way up, the movement. Now the next thing to do is to slide that picture down. So I believe it's going to be this one, I think. Yeah, that one. Yeah. So here we go. Perfect. Right, I'm going to slide that picture to at its fullest at the top. Let's just like zoom into that a minute to make sure it's absolute perfect. Here we go. Make sure it's really in line. Absolutely perfect. Right, here we go. It's coming to the top. Nearly there. I'd say it's about there more or less. Yeah, so I'll keep it there for now. You can always change that if I needed to. Next thing I'm going to do is select on the red line again, you know. I'm going to slide this one upwards again, you know. Slide it upwards till it is just about in line. Yeah, you know. So there we go, just about in line. Then I'm going to select on the picture again. This time I'm going to add, let's say I'm going to add this picture here. Yeah, I'm going to add this picture to it. So same again, add picture, you know. I'm going to flip this picture. So there, wait a minute. I just press build, no, that's right there. Properties, there you go, let's flip this picture 90 degrees. And look at that. You can see that already, you know, how those two together make it look like a picture. So now, on the light part, you know, when the light is done, it looks black here, you know. I don't know if it's because, you know, is it because it's too close to the wall, or in here it looks like it's like that, you know. And sometimes it could be just your editor, you know. So what I'm going to do is see if it is just my editor. I'm going to go to add actors, add actor, navigation point, go to player start. I'm going to add a player start, go to build, and I'm going to go to this black joystick up here so I can play it, you know. Now when I play my game, I've always got loads of like bots, yeah, you know. So before I play it, I'm going to put kill pawns, yeah, so it kills my pawns here, you know, and that's it. And click start. Oh, it is black, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know, the light isn't quite reflecting on that picture for some reason, but when I shoot it, it is there, you know. You can see the picture there, you know. Yeah, the light isn't really reacting to that picture, you know. Yeah. This means also I need more light, basically, you know, basically. Need more light in the room to light up that particular picture. But I don't know, there might be some things I could do, maybe, you know. Go to surface properties, go, it says two-sided already. Masks. I think that's it really, I think, you know, to be honest. Smooth. I don't know what special light means, to be honest, you know. I don't know, because I pressed a special light before and that made it go less light lit, you know, so I'm going to do that, see if that does anything. Alright, so at the moment, let's put this torch towards it a minute. Right, so a minute. So see if that does anything. No, it's still black. Still black. Yeah, it's also my editor or something. It's not quite going to the wall, you know? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and close that. What I do is I move the pictures forward, you know, to make sure it's not actually my editor, and I build this. Yeah, so yeah, it is actually the wall. Okay, so that means it's because these pictures were way too close to the wall. So that's the thing, you can't have them too close to the wall, you know? So basically, it's because they were like seen collided with the wall, basically. Yeah, see, that's too close to the wall, because then it's ricocheting off the wall kind of thing, you know. So yeah, you can see how far away I can have them in a minute. So let's see what that looks like. Get them closer. That's better. That's the furthest I can have it away from the wall, basically. You know. So yeah. No, yeah, I can understand that now. Yeah, I can understand why it was like marking off the wall. Yeah. So yeah, when you get a black mark, it's because it's too close to the ground. So yeah, you know. So that's what your picture's gonna look like. So that is done now. That's that picture. So now what I'm gonna do now at the moment is stick this torch back in the middle of the room. So yeah, you know, I kind of thought it was the wall as well, because it happened before one time. So yeah, to make sure that your pictures, when you put up a picture on the wall, is not too close to the wall. There has to be some space, you know, until your picture can be seen. And then there you go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower this brightness, because that is bright in that picture. So let's lower this brightness a little bit. There you go. So that's something like that. And you just build that, and then bang, you know. There it is. There's that picture lit up in your room, not too lit up. So you've got a couple of little shadows and that, you know. Nice little picture on the wall. See that? Yeah. Looks nice. But yeah, that's the first tutorial anyway, you know. But yeah, that's just the basics of movements, basically.